With this video, I'm going to quickly go over some tips on creating progressive house, or at least how I create progressive house. Alright, I'm going to show you how the notes are laid out. That's just two of the many ways you can create progressive house, at least those plucky sounds that they have in almost every track. So now I'm going to open up Sylenth. Okay, so let me show you what I am automating. Here I'm automating the cutoff filter. You see it rising here, falling, rising, falling, rising. And that's this control right here. That's because I have this set to cutoff AB. I have it almost all the way up. Notice the attack, decay, sustain, release set right here. Attack is all the way down, sustain is all the way down, decay is up maybe a little more than a quarter, release is up, not as important. These have a big factor on how this plucky sound is made, and the filter just opens up, makes it brighter or darker. I'll show you that now. So remember those controls, because those are the main components that go into that plucky sound. And that's changing the ASDR and the cutoff filter. So I'm going to do Shift-Command-T on a Mac to create a MIDI track. I'm going to make two. Let me quick show you how to make it with some other programs. Of expansion, let's go with Strobe. Strobe's something I've used in the past. And for those of you who don't have a lot of plugins, I'm going to show you how to make it on Operator. So let's take this Sylenth, copy it down here by holding Alt. So solo this. Let's change this. Let's change to a saw. Hope it's not too loud for you. Let me turn it down. Now I'm going to change the envelope. Remember, this is the same attack, decay, sustain, release as in Sylenth. I'm going to bring the decay all the way, well, the sustain all the way down, and the decay, you just have to listen to where you want it. Now I'm going to turn the filter on. This is a low pass filter, so it's cutting out the high frequencies. I'm going to go to, let's change the envelope to maximum. I never use Operator, so this is just me winging it. And to get better sounds, you just do more layering. Like, you turn this up. I'm going to make this like that. So it's kind of confusing what this does. Let's just say leave it at that. That's a whole other lesson in itself. I'm going to leave it at that so you can combine sounds. So there you go. That's one way of creating it in Operator. Another way, Strobe. Let's copy this, holding Alt. I'm going to open up Strobe. Solo that. Okay. Let's turn the filter down a little bit. I'm going to turn this cutoff envelope all the way up. I guess Strobe doesn't like a lot of small notes together. So I'm going to do Command A, and I'm going to hold down Command and bring the ends slightly over. Oh, it's monophonic, so I gotta turn the voices up to 2. One last thing I absolutely have to show you if you're making progressive house is sidechain compression. If you don't know what this is, I have other tutorials about it, but it's here it is in the compressor, and I have it on my Sylenth and almost every other instrument in this track except for the percussion, that kind of thing. It's routed to this kick. This sets it off, so when I delete these, it basically turns off all the sidechain compression for the entire track. So I'll show you with and without, and you should be able to hear the difference. You'll notice a pumping when it's on, and when it's deleted, you won't hear the pumping, and it'll just be kind of strange sounding. So here we go. Now, how much sidechain compression you use is at your discretion, but I would suggest adding it to most of your tracks just to make it sound better. It's hard to explain, you just gotta mess around with it. So that's about it. If you have any other questions, leave a comment below or message me and I'd be happy to help you out.